Hello, what's up everyone? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chardonnay. I'm a podcaster, videographer, and creative entrepreneur. And today I'm going to be talking about how to monetize your craft. I think this video will be helpful for anyone who runs a skill-based creative business. This will give you an idea of some places to start branching out to advertise the services you offer. I think this will also be helpful for creative entrepreneurs who are introverts, or for those of you who have not yet built the momentum, skill set, or business acumen to self-promote and market your craft or services. Personally, when I first moved to a new city as a freelancer with no job or professional connections to people within my industry, I gained all of my clients through word of mouth and simply through networking. However, I know networking looks a little bit different these days, and I want to share some ideas on ways you can put yourself out there and start monetizing your craft. This is more for those creatives who are just like, where do I even start? Especially if you're the type that is not interested in promoting on TikTok or Instagram. Don't worry, it's all good. I see you, okay? So let's get into it. So my first recommendation is use existing marketplaces. I've said this in a previous video where I talked about the process of building my website, but I'll elaborate a bit more here. It's 2023, and moving forward, there's basically an app for almost everything. In the same way, there's an app where you can rent your car out to make money, whether it's through Turo, Uber, Lyft, Get Around, whatever the case may be. Apply that same mindset or energy to your craft. Look up all the major apps or companies that have developed an app or website specifically for you, the creator, to monetize your craft. To name a few, there's Etsy, Fiverr, Honeybook, and Airbnb also offers experiences. I think that Airbnb experiences is a unique way to figure out how can you package your creative skill or service and turn it into an experience and market your craft and monetize it. And there are a ton of other platforms out there. Most of these platforms have been around for some time now, and they have made it simple for you to create a profile and attract clients. There are already people utilizing these existing websites, apps, and marketplaces, and because these are backed by major companies, they have already done a bit of the heavy lifting for you to attract the people who are searching for whatever it is that you make. You just have to sign up and make yourself stand out amongst the rest of the people within your industry. In some cases, you don't even have to stand out. All you have to do is create the profile, share a few images and description of what you offer, connect your bank account, and wait for the clients and moolah to start rolling in. Now, you obviously have to be good at what you offer to keep the clients coming back and to get good reviews, but that's a different video. Don't sleep on places like Facebook Marketplace and even Craigslist. I know some sites can seem a little suspect, but use your best judgment when conducting business transactions. If it feels weird or sounds weird, then trust your gut, but try out the platform that's easiest for you to navigate first, because you're more likely to stick with it and keep up with something that's easy for you to navigate and manage. My second recommendation is expand on the types of services you offer. This is your moment to shine as a creative. This is your chance to think outside of the box about the different types of services and products you offer, and think of alternative ways to package the craft or skill you offer. So for an example, I'm a videographer, and let's say I wanted to branch out into creating digital products so I'm not always relying on bookings or wearing myself out with back-to-back video shoots. I could create custom LUT packs to sell. I could create digital download templates for videographers to download and have contracts for their own business on Etsy. I could also make one-sheet downloads for different ways people can pose or prep for video or photo shoots. I could also create apparel with catchy phrases and terms that offer videographers or content creators would like to wear. When you get creative and start to think of ways you can repackage some of the things you already offer, you do two things. One, you create another stream of revenue for yourself. And two, it's a way to passively market your business because, again, keep in mind, it's 2023. Most people do a little bit more internet digging and research on people and brands. I've personally even noticed within myself that if I'm purchasing something for the crib or find myself decorating my home and a lot of the items are made by the same person, then I'll do a quick Google search and check out the other products the person makes or sells. So keep that in mind as you branch out to other platforms and expand your services. Also, if you have any ideas or recommendations that I didn't mention already or other ways to expand my small business as a freelance videographer, don't be stingy. Drop the details in the comments below. Something I'm personally planning to explore to expand my business is Patreon, which this leads me to my last recommendation on how to make money by making art. Launch a Patreon. Patreon can easily be one of the marketplaces I mentioned earlier because it's a site designed specifically for creators to monetize their craft and for their audience to support them. I'm placing Patreon in its own category because there are so many different business models and ways you can go about starting one. I'm going to quickly share a couple ways you can approach this, but keep in mind, these are just a few of the many ways you can approach creating a Patreon. So let's say you're an illustrator or a writer or maybe even someone who knits. Oftentimes, if you create a product or craft, there is some sort of process that went into creating it. So one of the ways you can monetize your art or craft on Patreon is you can show your work in progress or give behind the scene photos or video clips of how you made your art or show your process for preparing to do your craft or how you like to source your materials. I've even seen this work well for graphic designers, painters, illustrators, and I think even makeup artists, nail techs, and hairstylists do this as well. It's up to you to figure out what you feel most comfortable sharing. Another route you can take is tell the how behind how you made your art. Maybe there is, a funny story you can share about the process, or you can tell the why behind why you decided to paint something a certain way or why you decided to make whatever craft you're making. You can tell people what was the inspiration behind your craft or just tell them what are the steps you took that led you to your finished product. There is so many ways you can approach this, and I'm currently in the process of figuring out how I want to launch a Patreon or come up with creative ways to monetize my craft. So that's all I have to share with you all. If you like this video and you found it helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you all in my next video.